Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back. This is Coffee with Jenni and Dre. I'm Dre. This is my beautiful co-host, Miss Jenni.
Hello.
What's going on, man? This is episode 39. I think we have one more episode in this.
39 episodes.
In this, what is it called? In this season.
Series.
In the season.
Season.
Yeah, because the series is the all of them. This
Okay.
is the season.
Okay.
So this is number 39. We're still rolling on, man, and we're still doing this coffee
We're on
thing.
39. Should we like pop a bottle of champagne for number 40?
Nah, that's really
50?
Nah, we got to get up on our numbers. We got to get our numbers up.
100?
Yeah, we can do something like that.
Ooh, I think we should at least do one on 50.
For sure. So this is episode 39, and let's get to our regular intro with the coffee that we're doing.
The coffee. The coffee is always a story for us,
Yes.
isn't it? Still working.
Uh-huh.
If anyone out there has a bean, my friend Ashley said she's working with. She's got her small little tumbleweed. It's called tumbleweed.
Shout out to Tumbleweed.
Yeah, it is the cutest little camper that she's fixed up.
We'll
and
post some pictures of her camper and all her stuff that she's got
it's so
going.
cute. And she does coffee, but then also for special events. She was a bartender in Austin for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
So and then she moved to LA and also did some out there. But she has created like a really cool cocktail menu.
For sure.
So for special events, weddings, she can do cocktails, but also she does like really fancy, yummy coffees.
Yeah.
But she's working with a company that has a bean. So we're going to try their beans out. And then Ashley might eventually have her own bean with them too. So
For sure.
we'll try them, see what you like.
Yeah,
you like it?
I just tasted it. It's good. It's
It's
okay.
So
This one's good.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, stay tuned for Coffee with Jenni and Dre beans, the merch, all that type of stuff. It's gonna be sweaters, hoodies, crew necks, mugs, all that type of stuff. So stay tuned. The official drop might not happen to next year, but we're moving in things, we're pushing things, and we're doing some things. I wanted to jump into like the first segment, but just speaking on I just had this random thought in my head. How, like when couples, right? When couples are together, and let's say the husband is about to go into another role, another position, seeking a job, and he in this job he would have to do like training and all this type of stuff, and he's not making any money. He's not going to make no money during the training, not as much. And the wife have to start taking on the more of the financial role and the financial burdens of like sustaining everything. When that happens, does the woman start feeling? Does she start channeling her masculine energy?
Yeah.
Does she start looking at the husband in a different light? Because I feel like some women may start looking at their husband in a different light, like, oh, now I'm doing all the support when that's supposed to be his job of providing.
Yeah.
Like, how does that?
I think every woman will be different in this situation. But there was a time where that was our life for a little bit. And I don't feel like I felt more masculine. Like I still felt like you were the leader. Mm-hmm. You were just switching roles. And so I didn't feel that way. But I definitely think that there's some situations out there where, and they've said it, like therapists have said it, when a woman has to do the man role, the woman is taking on a masculine role, which then she's going to portray masculine energy, whether you like it or not, because that's not by nature her role. Yeah. I guess you should say. Some women will probably be offended by that, but that's not how it's always been, obviously.
For sure.
So, but I don't think men should be being treated differently if they're just switching roles.
For sure. Many moons ago, before I got my company off the ground and it's soaring with the Eagles now.
You sounded like
that shit is soaring.
That sounded like a Donald Trump comment a little bit.
It's
awesome.
It's rolling right now. We are fucking doing huge and big things, and it's never looked back since then. But once upon a time, many moons ago, she did have to take on the responsibility of working and making the majority of the money because I was getting my stuff off the ground, and I was a stay-at-home dad.
Okay, wait though. I feel like we say that you were working nights though.
Yeah, I was, but I wasn't making that much money.
No, but I feel like it makes it sound like you weren't working at all.
Yeah.
Like daytime, I was a dental hygienist, so I would leave early we didn't want to put the kids in daycare because everyone knows
and
how
I was working at night,
daycare.
but I was a stay-at-home dad.
For just Blake. It was just one kid.
And I hated that shit. Like, I love being home with my daughter, but I hated the fact that my wife had to, work the majority of the time and make the majority of the money and do all those type of things. I really hated that shit. But it really became a bonding with me. Me and Blake probably has... me and my kids all have a strong bond, but like me and Blake probably have the strongest bond out of all the kids because of that year that me and her spent together the whole time.
Should we tell him what you let happen to Blake?
What I let happen to Blake?
You let her fall down the stairs.
No, she went behind the gate. Like we had a gate right there.
So we had one of those apartments where right when you walk in the door,
you got to go upstairs because the garage is at the bottom.
And we would keep a gate closed, and I was working. And I'll remember my phone going off, and I think it was my watch at that time. And it was like, Blake fell down the stairs. What do I do? Then I was like, what do you mean she fell down the stairs?
But she didn't cry, though.
No, she was like, fine.
Ah! And that was about it.
She was fine. That's the only reason why I'm laughing.
Mm-hmm.
But the joys of being a stay-at-home dad.
I was a stay-at-home dad, and it was, it's a lot of stay-at-home dads out there. Shout out to the stay-at-home dads and the shout out to the stay-at-home moms. But it was something that it was new for me, and I enjoyed it because, like I said, me and Blake really got a bond that's freaking amazing from that time.
Did it make you feel differently because you're in the woman role?
Yeah, I hated it. I hated that. I hated the fact because you were, the bread. I don't mind if you're the breadwinner, but I didn't like that.
You didn't like provide, like feeling like you weren't doing.
Yeah, like I wasn't providing. But like I said, I was getting the business off the ground, and sometimes it takes that type of role changing before you can get your business off the ground, so it can excel to be what you want it to be. So if you are in a relationship and you are the man, and let's say you're going through some training, like let's say you're going to basic training for the boot camp or for the military or a firefighter or a police officer, and you got to go through that training and they're not paying you that much, and your wife now has to take on that role. Y'all try to have grace and mercy for each other and try to, understand, like, okay, once he does finish with this training, things would probably more than likely go back to normal. But don't degrade the man, don't make him feel less than, all those type of things.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't even part of the segment. I just felt like I wanted to say that shit.
Just a lesson.
Just a lesson, man. Let's get into some holiday season dynamics. So,
okay.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I hope I'm not saying this wrong. Last night was the World Series, right?
Yeah.
Like it's over now, right?
Yeah.
Like
Dodgers won. Dodgers won.
Yeah. Shout out to Dodgers. I didn't have a Dodger shirt, but I had a Lakers shirt.
Okay. Shout out to the Dodgers, even though she has a Lakers shirt. We are Rangers fans, and we won the chip last year. We went to a couple of the games, me and her, it was fun. Baseball is way more fun at the game than it is watching it on TV.
Oh, for sure, because this was a good game last night.
No, last night was. New York blew it.
Right, but it was a good game to watch, and so we were trying to finish it, and then I woke up and Dodgers had won, and I was like, we both fell asleep, and I was like, I woke you up.
But we fell asleep when it was
almost over.
They only needed 3 hours. We actually fell asleep when the shit was juicy.
Right, when it got really good.
Yeah.
I do. That's the last thing I remember them saying. Mm-hmm. 3 more outs and they win. Anyways, woke up and they were celebrating, so I nudged you.
Shout out to the Dodgers,
I was like, hey, Dodgers won. Back to sleep.
So holiday seasons, how does that work for everybody's dynamic out there? Splitting holiday time.
Happy holidays.
Splitting family time with the wife's family or the husband's family or the girlfriend's family or the boyfriend's family. How do people mix that up? Is it like, okay, we do Thanksgiving with her family, we do Christmas with my family? How do people typically do?
Instead of like everyone's like, oh, I love the holidays, but I really feel like
stressful.
It's so stressful.
Yeah.
It's so stressful.
Get into families because families all together.
All the families having all the cooking, all the food.
Yep.
all the things and then all the gifts and then making sure everybody's happy.
For sure.
Because you don't want to hurt this side family or this family or that family. I think it's stressful. I mean, I love it. I love the holidays, but I just think it's really stressful.
We always do Thanksgiving at our house. We invite the family, all the families over. Well, my family comes over because they're closer. So we do Thanksgiving at our house, and so that's how we do it. We do Thanksgiving at our house. We go to her mom's house during the week before Thanksgiving, and we do Thanksgiving with them early.
Right.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but probably my mom, like she'll make like a few little comments like, "Girls don't even know what we eat for Thanksgiving because y'all never have Thanksgiving with us." So I know like she feels a way about it.
But we go during the week, so they do get to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That, and then Christmas time, we typically just want to do Christmas as a family first.
Yeah.
Like we want, like Christmas Day. I'm sorry, not Christmas time, but like Christmas Day, we celebrate Christmas Day together as just the media family, just us and the kids, and that's it. No family, no friends.
There's a few times
nothing.
we did it at my mom's house.
Oh
like,
yeah,
remember we like literally hauled all the gifts there.
Yeah, and I hate that shit.
Yeah,
I don't like hauling gifts to somebody's house.
No, but it was a good Christmas. The one that I remember the most is it was a really fun, good Christmas.
And if y'all are having like, who family we're gonna go here and do that, just start your own tradition. Like your parents gonna have to understand, once you move out and once you have your own family, your own wife, your own husband, shit don't go on their time no more. Y'all got your own family. Y'all starting your own traditions. Y'all doing your own things now. It ain't always about, let me go spend this time over here, even though I know our parents are getting old and all that stuff. You got to start your own traditions, your own family stuff. So do that. What makes you happy?
I think you have to do that first. Otherwise, it's like too stressful. You can't make everyone happy and start your own traditions with your own family.
For sure.
It is, your family comes first now, and you have to do what's best for that, and then you move. But family is important.
Family is important.
Make sure you make time for them, but do your family first. I think we do a good job of that.
We do.
And like my mom will be like, "Hey, what days are y'all open before or after Christmas?" Like, so she'll fluctuate before and after.
Because you got brothers and you got to get all their families situated, which who's going over here.
And one's a firefighter. So it's like, when is he off? When is he on? So that's how we do it. And I think it works really well.
For sure.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I like how we roll and we get down. But don't stress yourself out trying to.
Try not to.
Because really, families can separate couples because of this type of shit. Like, oh man, I just, like, y'all always go spend Christmas with them, or y'all always go do this with them, or you're always with her family, or you're always with his family. Well, because his family ain't as fucked up as my family, or her family ain't as fucked, it could be things like, well, people be like that. Well, it's, when I go to his family, it's always peaceful and shit. When I go over here, we fucking fighting and da 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 da. So go where you it's peaceful.
Yep. Yeah. And but people won't do that sometimes because they feel obligated. And it's like, listen, if it's a stressed out environment, I mean, I've been, it's like not worth it sometimes. You're like, never mind, I'll go home where I know there's not screaming and yelling and craziness going on. For sure. But holidays are fun.
Holidays are fun.
Where I am, and I don't know if you're there yet, I would love to not buy any gifts and go on a trip every year.
We're going to try that for the first time this year, to plan a trip and go on a trip instead of like buying a bunch of gifts. We plan on just picking up the family and going on a vacation for Christmas. Kicker is, when you have younger kids that are 8, 9, 3, they don't understand the importance of the memories they're going to have from the trip, opposed to opening up some gifts that they're only going to play with for 2 damn weeks.
I don't even know if they play with them for 2 weeks. I felt like defeated last year. Like, as soon as they were like, they didn't even like, to me, you get everything ready. And you spend all this time, and then they walk out and they're like, yay. I'm like,
all this shit we
do.
But
it's because kids are so like, even ours, like they get whatever they want all the time.
Anyway,
and we do too much that was just another, like, not to say they weren't like thankful or excited. They were, but I feel like when I was a kid, it was like you were running out of that door and you were like ripping through the presents and you were so excited. There wasn't any of that to me. They were so calm and like, Yeah, and that's why I was like, this is just stuff. I want
Yeah.
to make memories with them. And I'm not saying we can't let them open up some gifts, that's fine. But as much money as we spend on gifts, we could have a really cool Airbnb somewhere. And well, I mean, not probably. I mean, we would spend more money on the
For sure.
traveling,
Yeah.
but it would be more worth it.
For sure it will be. So, holiday foods, since Thanksgiving is coming up.
Yes.
Thanksgiving is coming up next month. It's coming fast. These holidays, like these years are flying.
Yeah.
So Thanksgiving is coming up. Do y'all, like, typically growing up, did y'all do like themes? So Thanksgiving themes, what I mean by themes, well, they might not. So what I mean by themes is like, for, Thanksgiving, instead of doing like traditional, I mean, everybody typically has turkey, but like, do y'all do like, sometimes we do like, we're going to do seafood, gumbo and all that type of stuff. One other time we might do a fish fry or something like that, and not do just the traditional stuff.
Yeah.
Do y'all ever?
We did that like maybe a few times.
Yeah.
And that's mostly because Thanksgiving and Christmas, it was like I think it would be like almost, maybe it was Christmas. Thanksgiving was always probably Thanksgiving food.
Yeah.
And then Christmas, we would be switching it up because we had just had it Thanksgiving.
Yeah, yeah.
So sometimes they would do like Mexican or like whatever type food. But I think Thanksgiving is generally always
traditional. Yeah, so what do you white folks eat on Thanksgiving?
Oh, well,
like culturally wise, I'm gonna say white folks. You know how y'all get.
I can't say what everyone eats.
Okay,
but I
what
know,
do y'all
like,
eat at your house?
This is why it's so hard to do it back to back Christmas, because my
grandmother.
grandmother.
Don't do greens.
No, we don't do greens, but we do green beans. Green beans, put a little bacon fat in them. They're really delicious. Green beans.
Casseroles. Y'all love casseroles.
We don't do any casseroles.
Oh, but y'all do love
Stop
casseroles.
It.
Y'all do love casseroles. Like be real. Y'all love casseroles. Go ahead. Continue.
Okay. Green beans. We do like a cheesy squash that I don't know if anyone else.
Squash.
You like it.
I do, but it's not. Go ahead.
We do homemade rolls.
Oh.
My mama always made the rolls.
Yeah.
The turkey, the ham, the stuffing, or the dressing.
Stove topping, don't y'all?
No, everything is homemade at our
I'm just
house.
making. I feel like it's a stove topping situation.
No,
My bad.
but the difference between my family's dressing, I think is what they call it. I think y'all call it stuffing, which I think there is two separate things. Our family's is like homemade cornbread, so it's not sweet.
Every stuffing is made with cornbread.
Okay, you're right, but not Jiffy cornbread.
Okay.
So it's not sweet at all. So our cornbread at my house was not sweet, but I didn't love it. Like your mom's cornbread is fire.
My mom's stuffing is the best.
Stuffing, see, whatever. Yeah, whatever. So dressing, I think is what my family calls it.
Cool. Y'all
sweet potatoes.
Y'all do a little cranberry sauce on that?
My brother loves cranberry sauce. I've never been a cranberry sauce person. That's gross to me. Out of a can and it like wiggles like jelly, jello.
Okay.
Ugh. Sweet potatoes.
Oh.
Yams, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And they're
different.
They're fire though.
Yeah.
Your family
y'all
has
Y'all don't make sweet potatoes at your mama's house?
Yes, we do. How do you think I know how to make sweet potatoes?
Okay. Continue.
Yes, we do. It's my mama's recipe. My great grandmother's recipe.
Continue.
And your family has me make it every year, so they must like it.
Okay.
They're good.
Yeah, they are.
Cheesy potatoes.
Oh, not the cheesy joints.
Got to put the cheesy in it, and those are fire too.
Yeah.
Cheesy potatoes. What am I missing?
I don't know.
Sometimes we'll do the beets. Those are good too. Beets. Yeah. I know. I think that's our family thing. I don't think that's a white people thing. I think that's our family.
Yeah.
Another thing that my great grandmother used to do, but they're really good. I love them. That's like the most nostalgia thing that I make, that I eat. If that with green beans and chicken spaghetti and rolls, it was like what we had at my grandmother's house all the time. And it was so good.
Cool. Oh, that sounds yummy.
Tea. We don't do sodas. Like it's always going to be tea.
I didn't ask about the drinks. I just asked about the food.
Am I missing anything? I feel like that's it. And then our pies. All the pies are homemade. So we do coconut cream pie, a chocolate pie, pecan pie, and
what?
Pumpkin pie. That's the big difference. We don't do sweet potato pie.
Okay.
We do pumpkin pie, and pumpkin pie is way better than.
Was that a drum roll?
It was a drum roll.
That shit was whack as
ding. Pumpkin pie is way better than sweet potato pie. And I don't, all those people out there that look, you can't. I guarantee you, if I put a piece of pumpkin pie in front of you, a piece of sweet potato pie in front of you, and didn't tell you which one was which, you're not even going to know which one is which. Unless they didn't do the sweet potato right, and it's gritty. Like sweet potato pie is like gritty to me.
Okay.
Pumpkin pie is not.
All right, so at my family, shit, we have greens with them turkey necks in it.
Yep.
You got to have greens. We have gravy that you have to put on your
we
dress.
have gravy too.
Neck bones in that as well. The dressing that my mom makes is off the hook. We do have sweet potatoes. We do turkey, but it's somebody either is gonna put it on the grill or we're gonna deep fry it.
We've been frying ours.
We do ham. We do chicken, of course.
We don't do chicken.
We do those are we do chitlins. Because my brother and my sister, all them, I mean, we grew up on chitlins and shit like that. So we do that. What else we do? Of course, everybody does rolls. And then all the pies that we don't do all them coconut cream pies.
But y'all do store-bought pies.
We don't do all that. Well, yeah, it's because people got lazy these days. It's not the same.
I've never seen them do homemade pies.
It's just laziness.
Now, Joyce or your mama will make the pound cake.
Yeah.
That's good.
Mm-hmm. So I mean, we don't do no stovetop and we don't do no casseroles. That's just not our thing.
Neither do we. I think that's a myth. Stovetop.
I guarantee you right now, if you ask the audience,
what is
the ones
stovetop?
that are white, I guarantee you, they all have done casseroles. Matter of fact, they probably all still
Brent,
do casseroles.
Do you do stovetop?
He does casseroles for sure.
Casserole.
You do casseroles, right?
I have no clue.
See,
out of
he's
the
like,
kitchen.
I just eat.
He just eats.
I just eat.
Definitely does casseroles. He doesn't know. He does casseroles for sure. So those are some. I mean, it's not really that much cultural difference. It's like I feel like the meats are pretty much the same as far as like chitlins and maybe chicken that we throw in there. But as far as the turkey and ham, that's pretty much traditional that they do at Thanksgiving. That everybody does. But it's more about being thankful than
what is that
else.
song? Me green.
Yeah, whatever.
Sing it.
But also, quick commercial break. Not really a commercial break, but every year we do a Open Door Parking does a we feed families for Thanksgiving, and not the back. Why are you talking? The backpack is for school when we do school, but for Thanksgiving we feed families every year. For Christmas we give away gifts to families as well. We pick about 10 families out of a plethora of emails that we get. We pick 10 families. We feed them on Thanksgiving, and that comes with a meat. It comes with sides. It comes with drinks. It comes with all those good things like that. And then for Christmas we also pick a couple of families and we provide gifts for all the kids. They give us a list. We provide all that for them. Show up at their door, hand them off, and we do things like that for Thanksgiving, for Christmas, man. And that's brought to you by Open Door, and we love doing that.
Open Door and our family,
because we take the kids with us, and we allow them to be able to see how that goes and just be able to share and be thankful for stuff like that. So we do that all the time. How about this? Did you? So this year, I think for us, we should do a theme for Thanksgiving.
Like food?
Food.
What do you want the theme to be? Don't say seafood. I don't like seafood.
Well, we can't really do seafood because Burrell comes over and he can't eat shit. He can't do shellfish, so we can't do that because of him.
What other thing would there be?
I don't know. It could be just a theme of just certain things that you can bring,
like Italian.
Yeah, like something like that. But it don't have to be Italian. I'm just saying like that. People just bring different dishes from those.
I feel like come Thanksgiving, I'm really ready for Thanksgiving food. But it's okay. We can do a theme this year because we're going to my mom's before, and we'll do regular Thanksgiving there. So I'll get the food.
I'd rather do regular Thanksgiving with my people's food because it's just I like greens. I
can make greens. What are you talking about?
Your mom's dressing ain't like.
Can
my
I make
mom's.
greens?
Yeah, you can.
Okay.
You do a good job.
Okay.
You don't do the best, but you do a good job.
Really?
No, you do a good job. I didn't say you do the best. You do the good.
Who
you
does
do a good
the best?
job. My mama.
It's her recipe.
She puts a little bit more umph in it or something. Just a little bit more umph.
Okay.
Quick thing. Did you know, this is off of the subject of the holiday stuff. We just wanted to throw that in there. But did you know that, I was reading something, that couples that live together before marriage are more likely to get divorced than the ones that wait until they are married?
Really?
Yeah. Did you know that?
Interesting. What statistic book is this one from?
I'm not giving the book from that, but can you?
I disagree.
Why you disagree?
Because I feel like if you live with someone first, you can at least learn if you like them or not. If you can like their ways.
Some people say it's, biblically wise, like, it's not right to do that before until the covenant is made.
Well,
and then
because then you might figure out you don't want to marry him.
So you think you subscribe to living with the person first?
I think I subscribe to whatever works for you. I think we could have not lived together or lived together, and I think our marriage would have worked regardless. I don't think it changed anything for me, for us. Do I think you should like live? I guess I don't care what other people do.
Yeah.
If I'm thinking about for my own children, I guess I would have more an opinion. And like, I don't really want them moving in with a boy all young. Like, if y'all are engaged and you know this is going to happen, then it's not going to bother me at all. If you're just moving in with every Joe Schmo you date, I have a problem with that. So
you think you should live with the person before you marry them? That's your view on that?
I think it's okay too. Yeah.
Okay. Do you think so? What about when you start participating in horizontal activities? Do you think you need to test drive the car before you marry that person as well?
Yeah.
You agree? You think you need to test drive the car first?
Lord forgive me. Yes.
Okay. So I was also watching something and it had a such a great point with dudes in general. I don't know if this is with women as well, but people that like wait before they get married. Like say if we met, if we met and we got married, and I didn't have any sexual partners, you didn't have any sexual partners.
Yeah.
So when we got together, it was all learning everything.
I like
with each other.
Yeah.
You know, we learned each other's bodies. We learned how to, please each other in the ways that we like because we didn't have any outsourced people that we've had sex with before. But when you have men in most cases, like say if I had a plethora of sexual partners before, you meet your wife, and those sexual partners that you had before your wife were the freaky deakies. I'm talking about they turn up in the bedroom. And then you marry your wife, even though your wife and y'all have that good chemistry and good sex and good good horizontal activities, she might not be as freaky as your previous ones. So
Fat
sometimes,
Booty Judy.
Sometimes you're thinking to yourself like, damn, you start comparing those.
No, I agree.
I feel like men and women both probably do that. It's not just a man thing. I feel like women probably do that well.
Women do
like,
it too.
but so
I think I saw a preacher talk about it, how when you do, it's a soul tie technically. And he's like, if you think about it, why 10 years later you still had this memory or this thought of that time that you were doing horizontal activities. And he was saying they're like chains connected to you that you're carrying around. And so you're taking that onto your next relationship and your next relationship. This is what I had the girls watch, and I'm going to have our girls watch it when the time comes, because I think it was explained so well on how important it is to not just give yourself to anybody.
Yeah.
For men and women. This is both. Because, and I know men, y'all tend to like say you're not emotional about it and you can just go and do
Definitely
whatever.
Not. Most men.
But it still sticks with you in some sense or some way. Like, whatever. Maybe you compare your wife to it now or whatever. But they are attached to you and they're going with you to the next person. And so I do think it's important, when I say test drive it, I don't, especially for my daughters, I don't want them test driving all kinds of things. Like, I just don't. But
But you just sat here and said, forgive me, Lloyd, but you think that you should test drive the vehicle before you buy it?
Yeah, probably so. That doesn't mean go sleep with everybody. You're talking about marrying someone.
Okay.
So yeah, I think you should. But I don't think it's bad if you don't. I think everything of what you just said takes place. Now you don't have anything to compare it to. You'll learn together, and I think that's an amazing thing and a really cool thing. Sure. I think that's awesome. I don't think that you have to.
And I feel like men, like when you do marry somebody, and I mean when you do like courting somebody and you plan on marrying her, and your wife is a freak before you, like she was y'all didn't learn these things together. She is a freak and she, turned you like on some new stuff. You like, damn, as a man, you're thinking to yourself, how many dudes has she done that with? Like, how many times did she do that trick with these guys? Like, that's crazy. She a freak.
Right.
I would think that if my wife was a stone cold freak, and I'd be like, I mean, I wouldn't have married you then, but like,
Right.
yeah, I'm not married a stone cold freak.
The other thing I think about is if you're waiting, I feel like some people rush into marriage for that. Like they're like, okay, we like each other. Oh, let's get married.
Let's get this
And
horizontal
then
activity
y'all, just so that y'all can do that. And that's
Yeah.
what I don't agree with. Like, you still have to make sure y'all truly love each other and y'all aren't just wanting to feed into that so quickly. And the few people that I know, they rushed into marriage. Now, one in particular is still married and they're doing great, but
Yeah.
it was a very quick, like, we want to get married. And it was because both of them were saving themselves and they were ready. I mean, I know what the reason was.
For sure.
So it works for sure. I mean,
Yeah.
it's worked since the beginning of time.
For sure.
So.
Okay. I like it. So tell me this. These are some viewer questions and they want to know, like, how do you handle it when your partner wants a big holiday celebration and you prefer to be low key?
I think you have to take turns then. I mean,
how can you take turns of a low key one?
Well, like, let's have a big one this year and next year it's just us.
But some people's families do big ones, so they're just so used to doing big ones, they probably wouldn't want to do a low key.
I think, well, you're married, so there's compromise that has to take place.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
is there ever a place where I feel like some married couples might do it and some people in relationships might do it where you go to your family's house, I'll go to my family's house?
I think that's weird, crazy.
I don't think that. I think that happens more than you think. It's not like weird. I think it happens way more than you think.
That's you choosing your family over your family.
I know. I'm just saying. I think that happens more than you think.
Okay. Are we going to argue about it right now?
Yeah, I'm just saying. You get on my nerves. I'm just trying to tell you. It happens more than you think that.
I think that is wild.
That I would want to go.
If you're like, it's Thanksgiving, oh, you go to your mom's and I'll go to my mom's on Thanksgiving instead of our family being together. Where do the kids go? You split them up too?
Well, maybe. Well, typically, always kids go with the mom most of the time.
That is weird. Yeah. Why would the dad not want to be with his family on Thanksgiving?
I give it. I understand it, but I'm saying there are places and people that do these things.
They probably are on the road to divorce.
Nah, probably not. Probably not. I mean, girlfriend and boyfriends probably don't. Like, when is it?
Your girlfriend or boyfriend.
Tell me this. What time is it to where, like, when you're in a relationship with your girlfriend and boyfriend, when is it when you go spend holidays with them?
I think whenever you're ready.
Okay. So
whenever you're ready. If you're ready for them to meet your family, then what's the difference if they're going to your
I guess it works like that with y'all, but I feel like with me, like, I'm not trying to meet any of these no boys that you're dating. I
brought any boys to my.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I ain't trying to meet no boys
Christmases
or no girlfriends on the holidays.
Yeah.
Unless they've been dating for a while. Like, don't the first time I meet your boyfriend or your girlfriend, it better not be on a holiday.
Yeah. No, that would be weird.
Yeah, it better not be on a holiday. That's just my opinion.
Yeah.
If my son ain't bringing his girlfriend over.
Nobody brings his friends over.
Yeah, but that's
like
different.
Girlfriends.
Yeah. That's different. Okay,
that was hilarious. Can I tell this story real quick?
No.
Yes.
Go ahead. Jeez.
Okay, so
not even funny.
It is funny.
Okay, do your thing.
So our Gerard brings a friend over, our oldest son, brings a girlfriend. They are just friends, but he brings a girl over for Christmas. Was it Christmas? And she brings like a bottle of something. And she's like, this is for y'all, like, happy Thanksgiving or Christmas. I'm like, oh, thanks. It's something we would never drink.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a nice gesture. It was very nice, right?
Mm-hmm.
I thought.
I don't even remember, but I don't remember the drink, what it was.
I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
And then I go in the living room and she has the whole bottle drink. She drank the whole bottle that she was like, this is for y'all.
But I like it. So she drank that whole damn thing by herself.
It was hilarious. I was like, how's that drink? Oh, it's good. You want some? No, thank you. I thought that was the funniest thing ever.
You always do. Was it funny, boo?
Yes, it's
made you
funny.
A little tear up right in the eye.
I tear up every time I cry. I mean, every time I laugh or cry.
What's going on right now? You all right?
Every time I laugh or cry. No, I need some food.
Okay, tell me this. What's one thing you wish your partner did more often to help you relieve holiday stress?
I don't really have that much stress, though.
Why not?
Well, because I think that
I know why you don't. I know why you don't have any stress. Because you use my bank card. I mean, my credit card. You don't have no stress because everything is just...
You have lost your mind. What? You have lost your mind. No, I think I don't have any stress because Because I have come to the realization that our family comes first.
Yeah.
I know, because it takes time.
For sure.
Because I remember my mom always freaking out about her family and how stressed she would get. And then I found myself doing the same thing, but I have stopped that. Like, I let my mom, I'm up front. I say this is when we can or can't come. Instead of like, before I'd be like, oh, okay, we'll see. And I'm trying to make her happy. And then in turn, it made stress me out. I don't do that anymore.
Okay.
So I don't get stressed out over the holidays.
Cool. Well, that was a view.
Sometimes I get overstimulated and need to go in the room by myself.
Yeah. Because at my family house, I mean, when they come to our house, they be having that damn TV on 90. Like I don't know what it is about my family, man. They be having that goddamn TV so loud.
Hannah knows. She's gonna say something.
That TV be loud, man.
It's so loud.
God,
there was one year that I literally went to our bedroom and sat in the rocking chair for like 20 minutes at least. I think Nana even came in there and she was like, "Oh, what you doing?" I was like, "We'll just need a minute."
That TV
just
be
a
loud.
minute.
I don't know why. Okay. This one is.
But I was pregnant too. I just needed like a whole minute.
If you could redo one holiday as a couple, what would it be and why?
What do you mean by redo it?
Like make that time different. I have one.
Okay, you go.
So it's not really a holiday. So there's one thing that I would redo different, and that would be because our proposal, me proposing to you. Only reason why I would do things different, backstory, I'm a hell of a romantic. Look at my eyes. This is what I do. Like, I make this woman feel like a queen. It's been times where, we had dinner, then we walked, the lake, and there was a dock, and I had flowers all over the dock. And then at the end of the dock, I had a violinist playing all of our wedding songs while we lit up some lanterns and let them go into the sky.
And the cool thing about the lanterns was I wanted them so bad at our wedding, and we couldn't do them at our wedding.
See what I'm saying? We couldn't do them at the wedding. Yeah. So I made this whole thing, and I mean, that's how dope type shit I do. And then as always when we go on trips and Valentine's, I have flowers on the floor, roses on the bed. It's been times where she's gotten, like a Valentine's week where I made a gift every day of the week until the day of Valentine's Day. So this is what I do. And so for the proposal, the reason why it wasn't as romantic is I don't know what made it that way, because I wasn't planning on doing it then, but it was your birthday. Mm-hmm. She was opening up gifts, and I had it already wrapped up. So I was like, should I wait? I'll give it to her now. And she was just opening up the presents I got her for her birthday. I was sitting on the stairs
Wait for it. This is so romantic.
Yeah,
guys.
I was sitting on the stairs of our damn of our townhouse that we had, and she got to the ring box and she opened it, and she was still extremely excited as hell. She opened it and looked at the ring, and she looked at me, and I was like, "Hey, you want to get married?" And she was like,
as he sat on the steps over there.
Yeah. Sat on the steps. And I'm like, "Hey, do you want to get married?" And she was like, "Yeah." And it was still, it still was a.
No, I think I said, "Are you asking me?"
And I was like, "Yeah." But you had the ring in your hand. So, but that was the only time that I missed. I don't even think it was a miss, because it still was a beautiful time and a beautiful situation. But if I could do one thing over, that's the one thing that I would do over, because I would have made it just. I'd have made videos for this woman, you know what I'm saying, where we first met, and all
and all our wedding party was in it. Yeah, in the videos.
I made everybody from our wedding party participate in this video. You know what I'm saying? Congrats! It's been stuff that I've done, and that's the one thing that I kind of dropped the ball on. But it's
I've never said that, but yeah. It was interesting because of how romantic you are.
Yeah.
It was like, wait, is he what is he doing right now?
Yeah.
And I don't think you did come in front of me eventually,
sure.
I think, and ask me again.
I did.
But the cute thing that I did, so one of the things that I opened up was a duffel bag, and on it, my initials, you put JLJ.
Yeah.
And I opened that first, and I was like,
so it was stuff that led to her know,
and I was like,
because her name wasn't my last name yet, but yeah.
So I was like, okay, that's cute.
Did we go to New York?
No, that was a Hawaii trip.
We went to Hawaii. That's why I got the luggage for.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we went to Hawaii,
and I was taking her to Hawaii.
Yeah.
So the whole thing was planning on like do it in Hawaii, but it was a whole bunch of stuff going on. But I done it before Hawaii, then went to Hawaii. So don't get it twisted like it wasn't no shit popping off, because I get it popping.
It's just in that moment it wasn't very romantic.
It wasn't for sure. I agree. And last segment is tattoos. So y'all know what tattoos are.
Hold on. I do want to renew our vows.
Okay.
So can you re-propose?
No.
Nobody does that?
Yeah, but do you require another flawless diamond ring?
Yeah, well, you're supposed to like upgrade it.
That's a carrot. What are you talking about? Like, what are you trying to do?
You're supposed to upgrade it. I'm just saying.
You can't get a better diamond.
But no, I still want this original diamond.
Yeah. Well, you can't get a better diamond than that.
You have to buy a new diamond.
Nah, I'm not doing that no more.
Okay, fine.
But I can give you another band, because you have, I keep you stacked on the bands though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, just a new proposal. It doesn't have to be a new.
Oh.
It doesn't have to be a new ring.
What years do they do that? When typically people renew their vows at what year?
I don't know.
Because we're going on 15, right?
Yeah. Should we do it at 20?
I mean, my vows are still the same.
You just renew them. They might
change. You say them again?
Yeah, or you wouldn't change anything about your vows?
No, my vows are dope.
Okay. Well, I don't know. What's the point of renewing them?
I don't know. So mine was dope.
Relive them. Maybe it should be reliving our vows.
Well, also the little ones wasn't there, so it'd be cool for them.
Who wasn't?
The
kids?
Little ones wasn't
there.
Yeah. So that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last segment of the day, tattoos. When do you think it's the appropriate time, or if not appropriate time, to ever get your partner's name tattooed on you?
Yeah. You answer this, because you might have a different answer than me. I mean, I'll answer.
Well, I mean, girlfriends are different. I got a little story about my friend named Juan. My boy Juan we grew up, childhood friend, high school friend, all that good stuff. Me and Jason's partner. He has 5 different girls tattooed on his body, and yeah, I mean that's just.
Then they're all staying.
I mean, how does that? I don't know. I mean, he still has them all on there.
Yeah.
I mean, but now he has his wife's name on there now too. So
is that the 6th one?
She's the 6th girl.
Oh, that's a lot.
But he wasn't married to the other ones. This is his first marriage, and her name is on him.
Here's how I feel about if you have like multiple. If for some reason, and I truly feel this way, if this person made an impact on your life in some way, that name should stay, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah.
I don't. Like, I truly don't. But like, if there was no like impact, or like she was just another like random that like didn't better you in some way, then why is her name on you? Like that's kind of how I feel.
Do you think that people should get, because they say it's bad luck.
They say it's a curse.
They say it's a curse when you get your spouse name tattooed.
So I waited. So I have your name on me, but this I just did.
Yeah.
And so I felt with exactly what I just said. You have made a big enough impact on me in my life to where even if something happened, this will always stay because of how we've grown and who we are. Like, even if something crazy happened, you have impacted me enough to where that will always stay on me. That's cool. That when I knew that that's how I felt, I was like, okay, it's time. So like before that, I feel like that has to be very intentional if you're putting someone's name on you. I mean, she would kill me, but I had a good friend too. I'm not going to say her name, but she put Justin across her butt on her butt cheek.
Do women still get that tramp stamp?
Yeah, they do. I think. Well, I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I mean, they call it. Y'all know what the tramp stamp. I didn't name it, but it's the one on the lower back.
The one on the lower back. Yeah, but she didn't do it on her lower back. She did it on her butt cheek. On her butt cheek. And I was like, what are you doing? And she was like, he's going to get one too. He got her name on him too. And I was
Did
like,
he get it on his butt cheek?
No, I don't remember.
Whoa, that's aggressive.
He might have. I don't know where he got it, but they broke up.
Yeah. And that was just a boyfriend.
And years later, she still had it. I don't know if she does now.
So I need to ask Juan, how does your wife feel about all these other women tattooed on you? And do you have them like scratched off, like, yep, that didn't work. Up,
just a line
scratched
through
off, line through. Up, that one didn't work. Yep, that one didn't work.
Yep.
How does that work?
I feel like you should put a line. I feel like at that point it's funny. Yeah. Like just line right through it.
Yeah. I don't have your name tattooed on me because I don't know how long this is gonna last, and I don't want the curse to happen.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He does too. So the first time he got my name put on him, he put it right here on his face. Mm-hmm. You can zoom in on that one. And I was like, he was like, you're not even going to know. It was like days I didn't notice. And I'm like, that is the smallest, darkest, and your hairline kind of covers it up. But you put my name on your face. That's pretty interesting.
It's really not the face.
It's your face.
A face is this right here. The side is just the side by the ear.
And then you put my name on your forearm.
I do.
With all the kids. I think those are the only two.
And then I got the chain of all the kids.
But that's not my initials. Yeah, that's just the kids.
That's the kids. So you do think it's appropriate if this person had an impact on you?
I think so.
For sure.
Yeah.
And what's the curse thing? Like they say when you do it, it's a.
My dad put my mom's on his arm and it pissed her off. He came home with her name across his
Martha, Big Martha on the side of his arm.
Come on, she hates her
Big
name.
Martha,
and it had like Hawaiian.
Her mom's name is
flowers.
hold on quick. Her mom's name is Martha.
Do not.
Wait, I'm gonna do it.
Not.
Her mom's name is.
Do not.
Shout out to Big Martha Edna.
Why are you putting big in front of
Edna? Like
those are both her grandparents' names. That we are not.
That's
we are
crazy.
Not,
Martha Edna is crazy. She's a wonderful woman.
She is upset about it.
Big shout out.
And
to
then they
Big
named
Martha.
her sister April Elizabeth, and she was like, "What the? How am I Martha Edna? And she is April Elizabeth." She was so she'll always be like, "I knew she's your favorite for the show
from the name,
yeah,
just from the name alone."
Yes, but bless her, she's the firstborn, and she was named after two of her grandmothers, and that's where those names came in. And and they are atrocious.
Shout out Big Martha. We'll see you.
Stop calling her Big
she's not
Martha.
Bad. I just like the name Big Martha because she's a grandma, Big Mama.
Sounds awful.
So we'll be over there before Thanksgiving, man, to celebrate with y'all and that good old stove topping that y'all make.
We do not do
that casserole that y'all make. We'll be there. This is Coffee with Jenni and Dre. This is episode 39. Holidays. Happy holidays that are coming up. We just jumped into some of this season stuff early. But we're going to get things going. This is episode 39. We have one more exciting episode in this season. We're going to go home and we're going to watch the reunion of Love is Blind. I hate this shit, but she done got me on it. Now I'm hooked. So
we gotta figure out some things.
Yeah, we haven't even. So the episode of Love and Blind, the family final reunion aired last night. So we haven't been on no social media because we know people always get to talking and spilling the beans.
We got to figure out what's happening with Hannah. We have to figure out what's happening with old girl's mom.
Yeah.
And we have to figure out what's
Ramsey's. What's the girl's name though?
What is her name?
I don't know.
The one. What is her name?
I don't know.
The one that was in the military. Her mom.
Yeah.
She's wild
for sure.
And then what's his name? Why are we so bad with names right now?
Tyler. Yeah.
Which we heard a little bit of it so far.
I didn't want to, of course, to do that with the Rolex watch that took a girl to Miami. Leo.
We got to find out.
We got some things to find out for. Like I said, stay tuned for our merch drop, our coffee drop. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on TikTok. You can find us on our website. We're all over the place. Yeah, man, this is Coffee with Jenni and Dre. This is episode 39, and we are out.
Peace out.
Peace.